Hello, members of the Truman Invitational League. We have our playoff video for today. Kind of go over the who's made the playoffs, kind of go over the finances of what we're doing, announce the weekly winners, and kind of get us ready to go into what is week one or quarterfinals of this year's Truman Invitational. The lower bracket is set up online, so those of you in the lower bracket who do not make the playoffs, you're set. Whoever comes out and wins that does win $10. So anyway, there's a little money on the line for you guys as well. I'd like to talk to our sponsors. One of our new sponsors this year, Luther Burden from Missouri. We got his NIL chips here. The Luther Burden Old Vienna St. Louis Ranch Hot Riplet Potato Chips. So when you're in St. Louis, please support LB3 and get your chips. Always. Rodney's Rockets, one of our sponsors, of course. Pinnacle Vodka, one of our great sponsors. Our new sponsors come aboard as we move into the college football season. Bourbon becomes more and more important to get through these, especially for Gamecock fans. It's been a tough year. My advice is drink. If you can find Weller's, drink as much of it as you can. Because the rocket ship that Shannon talked about crashed and did not even get out of the atmosphere. So anyway, with all that being said, it's been a great year. I wish I could have sent out a few more videos. I'll try to do better next year. But with schedules and things have been tough. Kind of want to go over our division winners, almost nap time, playoff committee, Mizzou Gunner, and NIL Cocky. Congratulations, those are our division winners. They'll be our top 4 seeds going into the playoffs. Not bowl eligible edges out the Fighting Hardballs for that last playoff spot. He's in the 8th slot. Mark Burke able to get his team to the finish line, beat the Fighting Hardballs in head-to-head in the first tiebreaker. So they moved into the 8th spot. G Daddy with a great season. I'm trying to look. I think he had the second best record. Looks like G Daddy was in Shiloh's division and finished 21-9, one game behind almost nap time. But G Daddy gets our first wild card spot at 21-9. He's the 5 seed playing playoff committee who won his division with an 18-12 record. Jason once again getting it done. Finished at 17-13, one game ahead of the Fighting Hardball. So John Hutchins, tough luck, missing out on his division title by one game. And of course, they're missing out by that last playoff spot with a 16-14 record. I was able to come back and win the Booch's division, just edging out Bucknut. Had a tough start of the season for me, was able to rally. Had some guys come through and get to 18-12. East Carolina Hambone, a 20-10 record. He finished second in a Fieldhouse division, I believe. Yeah, he tied with NIL Cocky Recruit, who's our number 2 seed. And NIL Cocky beat East Coast Hambone on points. So the first tiebreaker, they were tied. Second tiebreaker points goes to Jamie, and he has the 2 seed. He'll be facing off in a battle of the Gamecocks. The rocket ship Shannon Pollard with 18-12 record. After a dismal year last year, Shannon Pollard comes back, makes the playoffs this year. His team was a rocket ship. Unfortunately for the Fighting Shane Beamers, it has been a tough season. I can absolutely say that the Gamecocks need to make a lot of moves because that offensive and defensive line are atrocious. The defensive coordinator, I think a lot of folks want him gone from the Gamecocks. I'll tell you, I don't know if it's him or just a lack of players. That onus goes on Shane Beamer, you Gamecock fans. He's got to do a better job recruiting. That is pathetic what they put on the field this year. And even though I'm glad because Missouri was able to rout them and gives my team another win, down here, I mean, those fans deserve better. So hopefully they'll make get some people in next year. I'm just going to let Shane Beamer know, getting an offensive guard or tackle from Yale to play SEC football, that's not going to work. So there's your playoffs. Now we will reseed. So if not bowl eligible upsets Rusty, he'll still stay in the 8th slot. And if NIL would win, he would play not bowl eligible. Not saying Rusty would lose, but I mean these games are going to be close. These games are going to be close. Kind of want to go over the weekly awards this year. Who won the top score each week won $10. Bucknut, in his first year, he won week 1. Good job. Shannon, the rocket ship, won 3 times, weeks 2, 3, and 7. So good job by Shannon, having put up some big numbers. I think one was 270 and a 263. So there were some big scores. Jamie with NL Hockey won week 4. Jason, playoff committee week 5. East Coast Hambone week 6. G Daddy won week 8. Here's a shock. Massages on Watson's Tab put up a huge number week 9. In fact, that might be the upset of the season because Josh has just struggled, been on the struggle bus. But in week 9, if I pull it up, must be down at the bottom. Oh, yeah, week 9, Josh Berry put up 273. So he won week 9. I won week 10 with 260. So there's your weekly numbers. They will go out when we pay off all the playoff money. This year we're going to do 250 to first place, 125 to second, 100 to third, 75 to fourth, 50 to fifth, 25 to sixth. 7th and 8th, you get $10 each, and whoever wins the loser's bracket gets $10. So if you made the playoffs, you're going to get $10 of your money back, and then it escalates up from there. So if you lose your first round game, and once you lose, you're still going to play, put your lineup in because that'll decide, basically 5th through 6th through 8th place. So we're still going to play it all the way out through the end of the season. So keep that in mind. Get your lineups in. Thanks to all the others who played this year. I think we had some folks who are going to learn and be better as they go forward. We also have some of our perennial folks who have had trouble getting out of the basement. And I think Josh Berry had even mentioned, hey, do you think we should, if you finish last or near last, should we have those guys, basically like a lottery system? And I'm fine with that. I thought Jason Ricker made some good points. A lot of these teams that have their top players weren't even drafted. They ended up being picked up later in drafts or, maybe picked up in free agency. So a lot of the teams are built not just on draft day, because as we all know, college is kind of tough. You don't know where all these teams are coming, where these players are coming from, who's going to emerge, etc. So I think Josh even said, a lot of the same teams are in there. Yeah, well, Rusty was in the playoffs last year. I know Jason Ricker was, Gene, myself, Hambone, I know Cocky. So in year 3, if you're seeing yourself not being real successful and seeing yourself, I know Jason or Josh Berry's had a tough time getting rolling, and my cousin Mike has not really gained a lot of traction. Really had a tough 2 or 3 years. Maybe evaluate how you're picking your players or come up with a new strategy. But I want to thank all the guys who played this year that did make the playoffs. We already talked about fighting Harbaughs. I thank John. I thank Jason Bucknut, first-year guy. Alan, great job. Alan Pomato, thanks. The Rock Bottoms team, just 13 and 17. My son-in-law now. So Alec, thanks for your playing this year, Chef Al. Maybe you get it cooking a little better next year. You're kind of in that Gamecock mix with Pollard and Jamie Till. All you Gamecock fans had a tough year. Maybe you can recover. Todd, Beer Belly Blues, appreciate him. We already talked about Josh, my brother-in-law, John Truxas, his teammate, I pissed Teal. Hopefully he can piss more wins next year because 7-23 is not good. And then, of course, my cousin, Lee Corso's headgear. If Lee Corso maybe retires, maybe Mike, you find a new name. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to pick anything with Notre Dame because they're not any better than the Gamecocks, really. So, anyway, good luck to everybody in the playoffs. I'll send out, try to get another video put together to wrap everything up. When I do send out the money, I'll just, through the site, it's all on that treasure page. If you want to check it, all I do is put in who won what, click a button, it goes directly to you, either back however you paid, whether it's PayPal or if you paid on your credit card. I think it may just directly your credit card. Gene, I know for you, I just give you the cash because I know you don't do anything, any Venmo or PayPal or anything like that, so I'll take care of that. But if anybody has any questions, let me know. I'm going to put out the lower bracket on the text thread just to so you guys know who you're playing. But it's on the site, you guys can see it. And once again, thanks a lot for playing. Hopefully everybody's had a good time, and good luck to everybody in the playoffs and in the lower bracket. And hopefully my Missouri Tigers can get to 8-2 and beat Tennessee this week. Tough loss for us to Georgia. Seems like we can just give them a scare, but we can't put them away. So anyway, that's football. Good luck to everybody. And Shannon, that rocket ship's about to hit the earth, brother. You might want to put on a helmet. Bye.